Have you ever finally fixed a problem, escaped drama, or achieved stability only to feel restless, bored, or empty? You expected relief, excitement, or happiness, and instead, nothing feels right. That's not a flaw, it's a psychological pattern hidden in plain sight. But before we dive deeper, please consider hitting that subscribe button with the bell on so that we can bring you psychological tips on money, relationship, and life. Now let's begin. Most people think peace should feel peaceful. Then they ask themselves, I've solved my problems, why do I feel empty? I work so hard, why does life feel dull? But the human mind isn't wired for constant calm. Think about it. When you're used to stress, unpredictability, or chaos, peace feels unfamiliar. That restlessness isn't laziness, it's a patterns your brain has to learn to expect. Okay, here's the core psychology. Your nervous system craves stimulations. Stress, conflict, unpredictability, they activate your emotional circuitry. When that stimulation disappears, your mind signals, this feels empty. Where's the excitement? Am I missing something? Even stability triggers subtle discomfort because your brain is used to high emotional input. The brain also measures comfort against prior intensity. High intensity experience lead to brain adjust baseline. Low intensity experience lead to brain perceives boring. That's why calm feels like emptiness after chaoses. It's not dullness, it's contrast. Okay, let us take Steve Jobs' story as an example. Steve Jobs was famous for creating chaoses. In Apple boardrooms, in product launches, in his personal life. His teams thrive under tension, deadlines, and high stakes. Yet, when Apple became financially stable and his products dominated the market, Jobs reportedly felt restless. Stability didn't feel exciting. Calm didn't feel inspiring. He sought new challenges, new risks, and even new companies like Pixar. Not because he needed more money, but because his brain had been calibrated to high emotional intensity. Even someone at the top of the world experiences this pattern. The nervous system adjusting to calm feels like emptiness. This shows up everywhere. In money, risk-taking feels thrilling. Stability feels flat. Overspending or gambling for stimulations. In relationships, drama feels exciting. Healthy stability feels boring. Repeating conflicts or breaking patterns for emotional spike. In personal life, seeking new chaoses instead of enjoying calm. Feeling restless even after big achievements. This pattern is invisible until you notice it. And once you do, it explains why success often doesn't feel satisfying. If this resonates with you, please smash that like button so that we know you love these type of content. Okay, back to the topic. Here's a clear perspective. All the patterns we explore, scarcity, familiarity, moving goalposts, self-sabotage, comfort trap, motivation dip, avoidance, feed into your brain experiences peace. Restlessness after stability is simply your nervous system adjusting to a calmer baseline. Seeing this as predictable biology, not personal failure, gives you perspective and freedom to enjoy calm without guilt or restlessness. Awareness is the first step. Next, curiosity and reframing. You can ask yourself, why does calm feel strange? What patterns am I used to? How can I enjoy peace without craving chaos? Once you recognize the contrast effect, peace can feel stable, safe, and rewarding. You can do small practices, noticing calm, savoring quiet, gratitude, pretty much just retaining the nervous system. That clarity makes returning to stable, deliberate growth possible. Feeling restless after chaos isn't weakness, it's a predictable emotional pattern. Once you see it, you start enjoying calm and notice how all prior patterns in money, relationships, personal growth connect. The loops we explored in the previous video will tell you more about it. So see you in that next video.